거울아, 거울아. 거울아, 거울아.
Who is the fairest of them all?
Snow White. When Snow White turned 15, the evil queen once again stood before the enchanted mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? It is Snow White, your majesty. Now Snow White is the fairest in all the land. What? Snow White? You dare tell me that it is Snow White who is the fairest and not me? No, no. I will not let this stand. Never. The queen secretly summoned the huntsman and commanded him to kill Snow White. Kill her, the queen hissed, and carve out her heart, bring it back to me. The huntsman, following the queen's orders, led Snow White deep into the forest. He raised his hand to kill her, but as he looked into her innocent face, he found he could not do it. Run, Princess Snow White, run and never return to the kingdom. Oh, thank you for sparing my life, huntsman. Hurry, get away. Snow White ran and ran, her heart pounding in her chest. She didn't stop until the forest grew dark, and at last, she stumbled upon a small cottage. Snow White knocked on the door and said, "Is anyone there? Hello? Is no one home?" She gently pulled the door handle, and as the door quietly swung open, she stepped inside the house. As she entered the house, Snow White saw a table set with small chairs and delicious-looking food. "Wow, this looks so good. I'm so hungry," she said. Delighted by the sight of the food, Snow White quickly began eating, devouring the meal in front of her. After enjoying a hearty meal, Snow White, feeling full, began to explore the little house. All the furniture was small in size. In a room that appeared to be the bedroom, she saw small beds neatly arranged. Who could live in such a tiny house? She pondered. But just as she was about to think further, Snow White collapsed onto one of the beds and fell asleep. Who knows how much time had passed? When Snow White opened her eyes, she saw a group of small dwarfs standing around her, staring intently. "Who are you?" one of them asked. "Why are you sleeping in our house without permission?" "Oh my, so you must be the owners of this house. I'm Snow White. I lost my way in the forest and came in looking for some food. I must have fallen asleep without meaning to. I'm truly sorry for entering without permission." Snow White told the dwarfs the entire story of how she had come to their house, even explaining that she had nowhere to return to now. "Oh, you poor princess," one of the dwarfs said. "Stay with us. We are the 7 dwarfs. You can live here with us," another chimed in. "We'll make you a bed just for you, and we'll craft a fork and a bowl for you too," they added. "Don't go back to that wicked queen," they warned. "Oh, thank you so much, dear dwarfs," Snow White exclaimed gratefully. And so, Snow White began living with the 7 dwarfs. In return for their kindness, she took care of the house, cleaning, washing clothes, and even cooking delicious meals. She pulled her weight and more. Meanwhile, the huntsman presented the heart of a wild boar to the evil queen, claiming it to be Snow White's. The evil queen was overjoyed. "So, this is Snow White's heart? Oh ho 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 ho." Without wasting any time, the queen hurried to the secluded mirror room hidden deep within the castle. "Mirror, mirror on the floor, who is the fairest of them all?" "Yes, your majesty? while you are beautiful, Queen Evil, the fairest of them all is still Snow White." "What?" the Queen gasped. "Snow White is still alive?" "Indeed, Your Majesty. Snow White now lives in the forest with the 7 dwarfs. That useless huntsman. How dare he botch this up? I'll deal with Snow White first, and then I'll kill him too." Furious, the Queen decided she would take matters into her own hands and kill Snow White herself. What could the Queen be planning? To be continued.